We're gonna do the bucket setup that I run. Simple DWC 5-gallon bucket. Simply gonna explain, how I put it together. This is a really old style of growing. It's definitely not the best way, but for somebody that's new that doesn't want to spend a bunch of money on like a current culture or something, this is what I do. This is what I've been doing for a long time, and I'm just going to show how I put the bucket together really quick. Don't get me wrong, I love current culture. I'm probably going to get one here pretty soon. It's definitely better, but this is 10 times cheaper, and it's funner. You could do one bucket. Well, I don't know about funner, but you got more options here. All right, let's just get to it. Here's all the stuff that you need. It's a 10-inch net pot, 5-gallon bucket. I think this is a 10-inch. Let me see here. And I think this is 10 or maybe 8 for a lid. Might be an 8-inch. Anyways, the General Hydroponics farm kit. Everything that comes in there. And these are the tools you'll need. Drill. Some cutters. I have this off of here right now because this is the perfect size to drill a hole. I'm going to drill a hole right here for the hose, because you're going to be running 2 air lines to every bucket, so the hose will actually go through here for your air stone. So yep, that's it. The pipe's not included, that you don't need that to to do it, but yeah, so let's just get to it. Do this real quick. First thing I do is I'll open the farm kit. Brrr! What's everybody up to tonight? I don't use this, but if you're doing one bucket and you want to use this little marker right here will show you, the level that they want the water at. This is how high they want the water. So it's actually right underneath the net pot. You could also just put it up against the bucket and draw a line. A lot of people don't like to use this because it's clear tube, so you get algae. Anyways, my dogs are barking. Another thing comes in here that I don't use is a little clip that clips it to the side of the bucket. I don't use that because it doesn't really work that well. So thing you get in here is in the farm kit is the gasket, which is nice. Hold on one second. Oh, shit. Brrr. Sorry, my ducks are going crazy. So anyways, they give you a little piece of hose. Actually, this is the perfect size of hose. I cut this exact same length for when I do the air stones at the bottom of the bucket. But this is just going to be for this. This is where all the magic happens, I guess, if you want to say. This is the farm kit. I guess you would call it like a siphon. It just runs off of air. So air comes in here just like an air stone. Same thing as an air stone. And it creates kind of a siphon and pushes the water up through here. And then it actually comes out of there's little holes right here. So it constantly top feeds your hydro. But anyways, you can take this apart. You're going to want to pull this out. This is just a little guide through the rocks, You're able to take it in and out later on. But this is all it is it's a clear tube. You know, this is it. Push that back in there. You don't want to push it all the way in. You know, you want to leave it. I don't know if you can see that. It's just barely sticking out. Put this back on here. Slide this in here. Alright. So now for your net pot, I use a 10-inch net pot. You could use smaller net pots and just cut this. You could cut this down. But I don't really cut it. Just use a bigger net pot. You're gonna want to cut a little hole. Oh, just broke right off. There you go. Perfect. So let's see. Put this back together real quick. It's fucking freezing out here. How's everybody doing tonight? So you just pop this right through the hole. You're gonna want to get the second sleeve through there, just like that. Boom. Okay, so that's I use the zip. It's not a zip tie. It's a, what do you call this? A bread tie. It comes with the farm kit. I use it to hold the farm kit to the net pot instead of, god damn it, instead of using that little plastic clip that I showed earlier. Instead of using this, so I'll just put it through like that, and then this works way better. It doesn't come off. You know, because once you get the rocks in there and a rock gets behind here, there's no pushing it back up against the pot. And you want it to be nice straight up and down. Get it nice and flush. Alright, so that's pretty much the net pot setup right there. It's really simple. It's real easy. It's not hard. So now I'm just going to show you guys how to drill a hole in a bucket, I guess. And put the garment in. This is how I do it. Well, first, I'm not done with the net pot, I guess. You need to drill a hole right next to the farm kit where your air is going to come in. You're going to have another hole right here for your air stone. So I just put it on a bucket. And this is the perfect size drill bit. I forget what size it is. I don't want to say a size because it might be wrong, but you're going to want to do that first. So that's your air. That's for your air stone. So you're going to have 2 air lines going right there. Okay, after that, we're going to drill the hole in the bucket. I like to drill the hole in the bucket either, you know, on either side, even with this, with the handle. That way, you know, you're going to have a hole right here. So when you go to pick it up, it's still going to have some water in it. You can pick it up tilted like this. You're not spilling water everywhere. It's just easier. You can't do that really if you have it over here. It's just, you're just going to be, I don't know, it's just something that I do, that I've done for a while. You guys can put it wherever you want, really. So we're using a 3/4 bit, even though the farm kit, says to use a bigger bit. It says to use 7/8, but I just found that 7/8 sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If I drill it 3/4, it's the same. It's gonna be it's not gonna leak. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go right here in the bucket, little up on the bucket. You don't want to be on the curve. You want it to sit nice and flush with the garment. Okay, it's a 1/2 inch garment that comes It comes with the farm kit. So I like to use these types of razor blades. You can get it inside the bucket, and you know it'll bend even nice and smooth with the bucket. So you know you can push it real tight, and it gets a pretty clean cut instead of having to get in there with a knife, and you end up doing more damage than good. But you can get in here and clean it up a little bit, but you usually get it pretty good when you do it like that. It's like a flexible razor blade, I guess you would say. Clean it up a little bit, make sure you got nice flush edges right here. So now you're going to take your garment. It's a little hard to get in. Got your hole. It's nice. It's not too low on the bucket. You don't want to be on that curve. That's how you get. If you get too low on the curve, that's how you get leaks. So we're going to put this garment in. And you just shove it in there. It's fucking hard. Give it a good twist once you get in there. You know, pull it inside. You pull it on the outside, make sure it's nice and fit. Nice and snug. So that's your 1/2 inch hole right there. You'll put, you know, either a coupler in there, or you'll put a T, and you'll hook the black hose to that. Or maybe if you guys just want to do one bucket, and you want to use this to see where your water level's at. You could use this, put this in there, and it gives you a water line and everything. But I don't really recommend using that thing. If you're going to do one bucket, I don't really recommend drilling a hole. So that's pretty much it. You know, you put your lid on, and you're going to fill this up with hydroton or whatever medium you want. There's a couple different good mediums out there. But then you're going to want to make a lid over that. So I'll show you how I make my lid really quick. Just cut a straight line. Okay, and then I'll take a razor blade. And I'll just score down the middle. So if you see here, I cut it. I scored it, right? So then you just break it. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. It's cold out here. Let me try another one. You're just breaking it in half. Alright, close. That happens sometimes. These might be too cold because they've been sitting out in the cold. But anyways, you get what I'm trying to say here. You just score it. Now this one doesn't want to break. Alright, you crack it. Just like that. Boom. Perfect, actually. You want to cut this front piece off, because that's where your air lines are going to go. So you have it cracked here, you just score it. That way you're not spinning all day cutting down the middle. Cut it here like this, little triangle. Bend you back. Alright, so you have your lid. So the lid's going to sit over the top like this. And you have your spot for your air and everything right there. So I could actually fill this up with a little bit of water really quick and show you guys how it works. I'll get the air pump and the water ready really quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I got the air pump. Let me go ahead and grab some water. Real quick. Alright, I've got some water. So I'll show you guys how full it is before I go. It's a little over half full. Okay. Wait a second, let me readjust the camera. Okay, so you can see I have it. The water is right underneath the net pot. You could even have it a little bit lower underneath the net pot if you want. I mean, really, it's still gonna work even if there's still this much water in the bucket, which is what is nice. So let me plug this in. Alright, that's working. Alright, where's my air hose? So I'm going to plug my air hose in. Oh, let me turn it on. There we go. Alright, and you can see it just instantly starts working. With just a little bit of air. And that's it. Just the air pump. And so I really like this, the top feed method. You know, it's still gonna suck water up even if you have just this much water in there. And so it's really nice. I like it a lot. You know, if you guys, I'll be posting more videos on how to build these, but it's really simple and it's a really easy way of doing DWC. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. I'll be going back live in a little bit. So I'm gonna do more videos on how to clean these, how to maintenance and everything, but that's pretty much it. You're gonna have another air stone in here. You know, this is another hole. You know, you want your water to still have an air stone, but this still recirculates it. It still, you know, bubbles a little